everybody, you are welcome to Flash Show, and this is your very own Flavia K, the host of Flash Show. So today we are having a very interesting episode. Actually, I'm in Uganda. We are broadcasting from Uganda. I'm so excited to be back home, and this is our first episode of Flash Show right here in Uganda. So please make sure you watch this episode because I'll be with the most closest people in my life. So please stay tuned, don't go away. So today on Flash Show, like I mentioned before, this is our first episode in Uganda. I'm so excited to be in Uganda. This is my motherland, born and raised in Uganda. And right now I'm doing my kashera. So this is it. I'm so excited to be having my brother and my sister, my biological siblings, same dad, same mom. So I'm so excited to be sitting with them here on my first episode in Uganda. So I'll just give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. But before then, my friends out there, especially those in Uganda, I'm Flavia K, the host of Flash Show. So here I am having my guests, so I'll give them opportunity to introduce themselves.
Starting with myself.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Being the last born, I always get the best opportunity.
Yes.
Frederick Kalisa Chitakule is my name. And what a joy it is to have my elder sister that I've not seen for 10 years.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. But also here on my right is also my sister. And it's a joy to be a part of the Flash Show. I've been following for some time, so it gives me great honor and privilege and joy to be live and a part of it this morning.
And your status?
Status. Yes, I am Frederick Kalisa Chitakwe. Like I did say, I'm married to one wife, Leila Kagabu, and we are blessed with a little lovely boy, Kyle. Xavier.
Yes.
Kamara.
Wow.
Yes.
So newborn, I'm so excited. I'm an auntie.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and my sister, your status. We don't want. I don't want people to begin calling me like, oh, who's that beautiful girl you had on the show? I know who is that hunk you had on your show. So I mean, you have to put it clear.
All right, thank you guys. I'm happy to be here. My name is Fiona Chitakune Irige. I am the most talkative and naughty one in my family.
The most dangerous one in the family, yeah.
You know, every family has that person, and I'm the one in my family. But nevertheless, I want to thank you, Flavia, for inviting us for this show. I'm also happy to see my brother. I've not sat here together in a long time, over 10 years. Even my brother here, I never get to see him. So, Flavia, kudos to you.
Wow.
Back to my introduction. I am married. I have 2 children, a boy and girl.
Okay.
And I'm saved.
Yeah.
Wow.
You love the Lord, right?
I love the Lord.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, anyways. So these are my real siblings. Like you've had, she's Fiona Chitakule, Frederick Chitakule, Flavia Chitakule. So I mean, there's no doubt about it. You can figure it out yourself. Like it's real. We are all the Chitakules, but though, so I'm so happy. So we can begin with our how our journey has been. We are right now. We are in Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. But I just want to let you know that we were not born in Kampala. No, we were not born in Kampala. We were born in Isinjiro. Am I right?
Yeah.
By then it used to be Mbara district, right?
Yeah.
And now it is Isinjiro district. So if we can tell you, if we can give our viewers a throwback on how it was. Do you remember back in the days when? Hopefully, I won't like
Get emotional.
Get emotional because when I remember back in the days and when I see ourselves here sitting here together, I just want each one of us to memorize. Let us get back. Do you remember back in the days when we were in our primary school when we used to walk from home to our school.
Our school, like over 6 kilometers from home to school.
How was it?
It was tough, but me being the naughty one, as in a boarding school, so
Yes.
you always have to get her with certain things.
Yes.
So I'll not have much experience about that. I'll throw that to my brother.
Okay. How was it? And when we were not in the same school, by the way, we were
Within
in
the
St.
same
Helens.
neighborhood.
Yeah, but you're in St. Aloysius. How was it?
Well, personally, I think the journey dates as far back as 1989, to be precise. And I happened to go to St. Aloysius Primary School, like she rightly said, 6 kilometers from our, from our home in Isinjiro, by the way.
Yeah.
And friends, I must say it was tough, but looking at it now, I think it has shaped the hardliners we are today.
Yes.
Because I know that we can survive in any environment.
That's
place
it. You
each and
got it.
every
You
single
got
one
it.
of us.
Yes.
Because walking 12 kilometers every single day
Of your
on a Maram road with no shoes, by the way.
Thank you. I never wanted you to leave out
With no
that.
shoes,
No shoes.
by the way.
Yes.
And hey, listen, I tell you, my friends, I again remember very well. Sometimes we were beaten for not having shoes,
Yes.
as though it was our
Yes.
fault.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like I said, by then it was hard. But looking at it today, I'm so grateful because, like I said, those moments shaped us.
shaped
I know and believe that. Place any one of us here, any place of the world, however hard it is,
survive.
we will march out, not just surviving, we'll march out champions.
Right.
I guarantee you.
They throw you in Kalahari Desert.
Yeah.
You just shake
Yeah.
off and move.
Yeah. But
Because we have seen it all.
Yeah.
I want to
Seriously.
give a small example. Every morning when I'm taking my kids to school, I draw them back to where we've come from. Actually, me, to where I've come from. I usually tell my son, I've come from a background where I've walked to school on foot without shoes. But here I am, taking you to school in a Land Cruiser. But you're crying over small things. You're not performing the way I was performing. So what am I trying to say is the hard life we went through has really shaped us to be what we are. And what am I learning from it? I want my children to also, I don't want them to go through like the hard things I went through,
it now.
but I want them not to get things on a silver plate.
Yes, right.
Because they will know, once you toy for something, you know how to manage it. Yeah.
One memory that really makes me really feel like, oh my God. I remember, when Daddy passed. Before Daddy passed, by the way, we had some good life, right?
Yeah.
Used to take us shopping, used
Absolutely.
to buy us good things like mango.
Who are the rich gang?
It was kind of good. But do you know, even Dad never used, he would take us to school, but he had a car, but he wanted us to walk to school, right?
Yes,
you
yes.
remember all those? I remember like every weekend, though, when boarding schools, he used to get us back home so we can enjoy good meal. We can have some good milk, stuff like that. But then when Dad passed, then we
Life flipped.
Exactly, life flipped. I will never forget the moment when I saw my mom. We had no school fees, right? We were sent back home. And my mom was literally walking.
Without shoes.
Without shoes. And he was talking to herself. And what he was saying is like, what am I gonna do with these kids?
Yeah.
They are out of school. Yeah. What am I gonna do? I saw her and I was like, is my mom getting crazy? And he was walking. Do you know how mom used to walk from home to Mbara town?
Hang on a second. There's when we actually locked her in a room. She was going to walk on her foot to go to town to look for money to a place she even didn't know. So we had to gang up against her and lock her in a room. We're like, Mom, hang on a second. We'll survive. We'll get what to do, and we'll all study.
Yeah, well, friends, I think for me the big takeaway is we should never despise days of humble beginnings.
That's true.
And the perseverance is the big picture here. To all of us out there, I think perseverance and persistence, at the end of the day, is very important.
Yeah.
And I remember parents, before, I believe our dad was preparing us for this moment.
Thank you.
Somehow we had it at the back of his mind that, you know what, it could be that I'm not around. How will these people survive? Because he taught us how to persevere, how to persist.
You guys used to, you and Junior, actually we have another brother who is not with us. Frank Starkley. So you see FFF and Starkley. So do you remember you used to join the workers on the farm and you do the farm work, the fencing and stuff
cutting
like
down
that?
firewood to get school fees. I remember my entire O-level, by the way, my entire O-level, even before my dad passed, I started O-level by cutting firewood and selling it. A lorry, per lorry. One lorry of firewood used to cost 60,000. I remember very well. That was my school fees. And you know what? We were able to make it.
And my sister, do you remember how we used to go from home, go to the plantation, and we do the peeling, and we carry the baskets? Oh my God, Matoke, cross the road. Let me tell you, I mean, like right now, do you ever regret you doing that? Because right now you can, you are married, you can sit down and cook for your husband.
Michael happy.
Make Michael happy.
And Mami Simba happy as well.
Guys, okay. I wouldn't want to say I regret that kind of life, but honestly, when I go like back to the drawing board, I wouldn't want to go through that. And I wouldn't want my children to go through that. It was tough.
Yeah, it was tough, but for me to be very honest, I sincerely appreciate it because it's real. And it's a reality in Uganda.
It's real.
I can tell you, because there are people who have actually gone, or even as we speak today, there are people who are going through worse off.
Yes.
So for me, I appreciate it because it's real. It's real life. You know?
Tough life.
It's real life.
I actually also I appreciate the way our parents brought us up, because we were not from a poor family, we were not from a rich family, we were from a middle class family. Our parents I don't want to say like they had it all, because we had electricity at home, we had TV, we had a refrigerator, we had a big phone, we had everything. But let me tell you people, like when we get holidays, do you remember Dad used to say, the house helpers, the maids, have to go home to Kamwezi so that we can do the work? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't regret that. So, and do you remember how we struggled? Our mom struggled to take us through school. Secondary school, like they would chase us out from school. Then university was also a struggle.
Even studying shifts.
And then studying in the shifts. Think about it. Let Fiona first graduate, and then after that you can join. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I remember. By the way, if it was fire, I could have been in the furnace. I remember at some point, all of you guys went to boarding schools. It was only me who was in a day school. Only me. With my mom and our late sister Felicitas, together in a home. But even keeping up, for a normal homestead was really not obvious. I remember the year 2000. For those that can drop back to memory lane, 2000 was the year when in Imbarara and Isinjiro were actually hard hit by drought. There was literally no food. How did we make it through? I will tell you guys, but I remember Mommy walked 20 kilometers from where we stay up to a refugee camp called Nachivari to carry portion on her head on food because they were giving free portion.
Free food,
But similarly, I also have a pick for parents, really. I want to ask a question to each one of you here. When did you last see Mom purchase a cloth, a shoe for herself?
Right now?
When did you last see her in your entire life buy a shoe, a cloth, a watch, anything for herself?
But sincerely talk about it.
Think about it. When did you last see her?
No, I've not. I've not.
Yes.
I've not.
We call it sacrifice.
That's true.
Totos, I think about it every day. Even up to this age, I have never seen her buy a new shoe, but I've seen her pay millions for her school fees.
Yes.
I've seen her walk, even when she has transport. But she wants to secure it, maybe it could buy school requirements. So parents, I think sometimes, parenting is our cardinal role as parents, but we ought to get a point where we sacrifice for our children. When times get really tough, I call her my champion. Yeah, it's a big lesson for me when I look at her. I see a champion, but I see a great sacrificial parent for her children.
Yeah.
And I don't think we would be here if it were not for her sacrifice, really.
Yeah.
And she continues to do so. I think parenting comes with sacrifice.
Yeah, and actually talking about studying in shifts, you know, like you first finish university, then somebody else will join. I have to tell people who are watching us, like as we sit here, each one of us has a master's degree. Just think about it. Just think about it. Given the journey where we have come from, each one of us here is holding really like a big position. We are independent, we are doing good, we are doing, so life, don't let your past determine your future. Your troubles determine your future. I think if if we have gone through hardship, I think we have seen it. Don't see us putting here a dress like this, the makeup and the heels, and think like we've not been there. We have been there. We have walked barefooted. We have slept on an empty stomach. We have been chased out of school. But perseverance. So, that being said, when you see yourselves right now here and think about where you have come from, what do you want to put out there to especially the youth, the children who are the youth, the young people who are watching us? What do you have to say, my sister? Because my sister here is a real estate, are they called real estate what?
I'm a hustler. I call myself
she
a hustler.
owns estates and estates and estates. She's a money loaner.
I do money lending.
Money lending. She has quite a lot of, she's a hustler.
Say it the way it is. We are sitting right now at her apartment. So
exactly. Meanwhile, yes. I wish the camera could zoom in and say, this is her estate. She's now working actually. She's a housewife. I wish I could be a housewife and sit home and still look the way you are looking and drive the car you are driving and have, So tell us, given that background, like the way, where you have come from and where you see yourself, what do you want to put out there, especially to the young people who are watching us, and you are a mother, and given even the situation where you've seen our mom, what do you want to put out there?
Thank you, Flavia, once again. Actually, I want to draw my experience from the property side of it, because I came to Kampala. My first time to come to Kampala was basically after campus. I remember when I started renting, I only had a mattress.
Wow.
A stove. I know the youth may not know about the stove. These things how you put paraffin. Is it paraffin? I don't know.
And a cloth.
And a cloth, Thank you. A suitcase. That's how I came to Kampala and started renting. And when the three of us in Mengo, you remember?
Yes, in Mengo.
Oh my goodness. We were sleeping down. So just imagine someone who has come from sleeping down, and I own this. It's not been an easy ride. No, I have sacrificed. I have worked hard.
And not only this, meanwhile. Not only this. And more.
It's not a lot, but I surely thank God. The youth out there, what am I trying to say? You can be who you want to be. I want to give also another small example. When we were growing up, there's someone along area who had a flat, or Asuman. Haj Asuman.
Yes. 9 kilometers from
our home. You guys, I always looked at owning a flat.
Yes.
I didn't know how I was going to own it, but you see, I had a push. I had a push. So what am I trying to say is, our dear youth, have something to look forward to. Have something that will drive you. Forget about the circumstances you're going through. We have had a rough ride, but here we are.
What?
Fantastic.
What I should say? Okay. What I should actually say? I'm the eldest, so she's after me. But let me tell you this: she took me to school. She took me to school. She paid my tuition at the university. Seriously, that's what I was telling you, studying in the shifts. You know, it was really hard. I was the one who was supposed to graduate first, but I didn't. So she took me to school. She paid all my 3 years tuition. So you can imagine. And after that, actually, after the university, so that's when I managed to go to the US, where I'm based right now. But she played really a huge role in my life. So I just want to, before the cameras, I just want to tell you that I know it. And I feel it, wow. And I appreciate it. And seriously, if it had not been for you, my degree helped me get my master's. Because if I had not gotten my degree here, I would not have gotten my master's in the US. Because it was based off that I had to go to school, and you know. So I know it and I appreciate it. I really thank you. You are my young sister. I really thank you and I appreciate it. Yeah, so
let me actually cut you a little bit. The example she's trying to give gets me back to what we were talking about, how we were brought up. We grew up in a home where daddy was paying school fees for almost everyone.
Yes.
Even my mom, much as we didn't have, she doesn't have enough to know, but somehow, somewhere, you'll find she's paying school fees for someone.
Yeah.
So my brother.
Yeah, you see, being the young one, I always let them talk and I speak last always. But anyway, nonetheless,
That's what it means.
they save the last for the best. But anyway, friends, all I want to say is for you to achieve, for me really, to achieve anything in life, you've got to go down the equation. Number one, of struggling. Friends, we struggled, and we've just substantiated that. Number two, you will have to sacrifice. You just rightly mentioned it. It was paying for your tuition. Not only you, by the way. She took care of me, taking care of somebody at university. Everything, if you mention it from
you
the
shop
shoes.
From my house?
Yes, absolutely. So every weekend at campus, I would go to her house and I would pick anything I want and I would go.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I will never forget the moment. He would tell me, I'm going to Fiona's place to shop.
Yes.
Really?
So what is that? It is sacrifice.
Yeah.
So everything you're going to achieve, there is sacrifice in the equation. But you know what, friends? Yes, you have got to suffer. Yes, suffering is part of the equation. And by the way, sometimes the more you suffer, actually the more hard you become and the more resilient you become. And sometimes the more it determines the more success you get. I'm reminded of a very, very, very enormous story that took somebody's life for a reconciliation of anybody of us to happen. Someone had to sacrifice this. So what am I saying? Anything you're going to achieve, you've got to struggle, you've got to sacrifice, and you've got to suffer.
Yes.
But all that is not because it's the end of life. Here we are. We are not the greatest achievers. But the thing is, there is only one thing. Friends, we need to learn to be grateful.
Yes.
Why are we here? It is not because we have everything you can take of. We actually have nothing.
Exactly.
When you think of what people have in this world, we have nothing. But the difference is, we are super grateful and excited and looking back from where we came to where we are. We are so, so grateful. And, we'd like to share this because we know there could be somebody here that needs this to be encouraged. But not just that. I know that some of our children, some of our relatives, some of our peers, some of our friends who don't actually know us that well, if they get land on this, I will encourage you, share it. Because it will encourage you and you can share this and encourage others a little more. Yes.
Okay. So that being said, meanwhile, this is our young brother. So he owns whatever, a business. Is it a business, an agency, fumigation agency? So you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, well.
And he's the president of the Rotary, so you tell us more about your title.
I will just precisely say, growing up in all this, very many people had to sacrifice, Many people made a contribution in its humble way it could have been. So that instilled a culture in me that, you know what? In life, you need to serve others.
Yes.
You need to serve others. And that is what I really, if you want to see me happy, if you ever want to see me happy, when I am really tired and wasted and thrown out for serving others, that is my best moment. So for that moment, I would just say, my journey dates far back in 2010 when I graduated from campus. I started working for an NGO. Long story short, I realized in an NGO, it is difficult sometimes to serve others when you don't have money. So I had to get out and get into the commercial world to learn how to do business because I believe I could do business. Long story short, I started a business. I own a business of pest control, cleaning and fumigation that we run together with my wife. It is called Lakey World Uganda Limited. But more to that, we also distribute an array of security systems to all the top 8 security companies. But more than that, that is to enable me time. I determine my time.
Yes.
To enable me time to do 2 things. Be there for my family when they need me. Be there for my friends, but also serve others. And in the area of service, yes, I have an opportunity and a privilege to serve as the president of the mighty Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak. Those of you who know Rotary, it's all about service. But more than that, I have an opportunity to serve in church, our total church. I am a deacon in church, but also I am a regional leader. So I serve. My passion is about serving communities.
He's a young man. I'm older than him. In between him and myself, there are 2. But he talks as if he's the oldest. Oh my God! But guys, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. As young as you are, you're doing a lot. I saw you and I'm like, how does he do this?
I know, right?
Business and and I'm like, oh, good Lord! I wish I had that energy.
And that time.
And at that time, then I saw my sister. I'm like, my sister loves life. Eh? She loves life. She goes out. She takes a glass of wine. She loves life. But she's a very responsible woman. Educating her kids. Very hardworking. Meanwhile, what you did to us at the airport. You can never lose it. You can never lose $1 with her. So guys, I really appreciate you for your time. I'm really so happy to be with you, seeing us sitting together here after 10 years. Yes, guys, I've been in the US for 10 years after hard left. I really appreciate it. And we are a big family. I think, like we mentioned here, we are all married. Next time, I think we should be with our spouses. And so we have like a family thing, but we have a sibling who is really very shy. I don't know whether Junior would, I don't know whether Frank would really accept to sit down here with us and we have this conversation. So, but, and then I think we'll also be traveling to the village. You will meet our mom. And so she can inspire people. She's a very beautiful woman. So when you see
just like us,
when you see
Chiga woman,
you see me, yes, I'm a Chiga woman. So I think if we can give in our last remarks, I mean, this would be episodes because we still have a long way to go, and we still have great, interesting, new things to talk about, to share with you. Seeing us looking beautiful here, we've come from somewhere. Yes, we are beautiful and very handsome. We've come from somewhere. We want to share our experiences with you, and you know where we have come from. So I would give you an opportunity, my brother, to give us a rest.
For now, they have given me the first opportunity. You see, when you're young, they toss you left, right, and center. But I still appreciate it. Yeah, this is my parting shot, friends. You know, family is very important. We could have gone all these different directions. You've had us unpack our lives. We are in different directions of life, different directions of profession, different directions of, making ends meet. But at the end of the day, I love the fact that family remains family.
Yes.
And thank you, Flavia, for always ensuring that family remains family. It's always good to have a moment with your family, Being here in the middle of 2 beautiful sisters, it's a great joy. So in whatever you do, colleagues, I would like to say, number 1, keep family very close. Keep family very important. Every family has its dynamics, I will tell you. Even ours, they will tell you but at the end of the day, when things hit rock bottom, where the rubber hits the road is actually on your family.
Yeah.
If I fall sick, everybody might run away.
Yeah.
I know that at the end of the day, this is my family.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful that we have journeyed through life together. I look ahead what life has for a lovely family. So that's it from me, and those are my parting shots. And thank you once again, Fla, for hosting us. And it is always a great joy for me to be a part of Fla Show. Thank you.
And even when I'm away, I'm always the one who's trying to bring you together.
Absolutely.
It's like you said, yes, we fight, we do what,
Absolutely.
we derate each other, we don't talk to each other for a while. Flavia, this and this is happening, and you don't want to. But at the end of the day, like, we don't take it forever. We definitely don't take it forever, and we're always together. Yes, my sister, my beautiful sister, my young sister.
Actually, when my brother talked about family dynamics, I started quaking. I always accept for being the naughty one in my family. I wouldn't want to say I'm proud of that. That says, family is family. You may quarrel and flip tables, but once you can sit at a table like this, have kashera, you're good to go. And I thank God.
Have kashera, what else can we have?
A glass of wine. Yeah, it's healthy. I love it. I wish I had a nice glass of wine. I'd be happy and excited. I'd be talking more. But still, what am I trying to say is, guys, whatever you go through, put family first, and it's very important. Thank you, Flavia, for bringing us together. I don't know when I last sat with my brother. We are neighbors, by the way, but I don't know when I last sat with him. So I appreciate you for that.
You can drink. It's just on a small insect that got in there. We are in Uganda, yes. So people watching us, thank you so much. Thank you so much. My family, like I said, there's always that person in the family who will agree to disagree, who will pull, who will bring a headache, and so she's the one. So myself, the role I play, being even the elder person, is like, so and so, things are done like this. Let's get together. Let's do this and this. They also beat me and push me away, and I also keep quiet at times, but I still bring them together. So this is the architecture of the family, as young as he is, but he also puts us together and does things. Let us do this and let us plan like this and this. Then we have a quiet one. There's always that quiet one, Frank. That even when you begin your kabozi, he will just move away and.
But they are the richest, meanwhile, because they never spend. Their money is saved.
Oh my God! He will simply go. You see, and one thing that is common. Do you know we have like the same character? My husband never believes it, but we have the same character. We are all talkative. We all like making fun. We all like making jokes, and we still have more in stock for you. So, guys, if you want to know more about us, these are the episodes that have just started. And next time, I think we'll be in Sinjilo. We can as well take it on there, and you see
on the
farm, and we see where we have come from, regardless of owning this kind of properties, regardless of driving the best cars and owning. These are the Lechi World fumigation companies. We've come from somewhere. So thank you so much for watching us. This has been your very own Flavia K, the host of Fla Show. So stay blessed.
Bye.